Hey there, how's everyone doing? Foxy Fern here, and how's about we play some more Cook Serve Delicious. Today we're going to start on day 4, and to update you with what's going on, we have some new foods on our menu. We have the chicken today, and also the fried chicken. And you know what, we're going to throw the ice cream on there, even though that's going to give us a bit more negative buzz. I'd just like to show you all what the ice cream does, and we also now have some more things to cook our food with, like the fryer for the chicken, and we have a tip jar, and we also have some table snacks, which is an item that allows people to be more patient in our restaurant, and so we will have longer to fulfill the orders before they leave the order slot. So let's go ahead and start a new day and see how this goes. 9 a.m. with a beer, starting it right, Hank. That must be what's all over your shirt, huh, buddy? So the chicken is very simple, almost as simple as the fish. Just gotta tenderize it 6 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then season it and go. And the ice cream, throw on 3 chocolate scoops, nothing on top of there. Very simple, quick and easy. And we got vanilla and chocolate for Joe there. That is one nasty looking toilet. I feel like we need to hire somebody to clean it. Alright, just some plain vanilla there for Freddie-O. And Jolene would like the yin and yang, vanilla, chocolate, cherry, and sprinkles. See, that's a perfect example where chocolate, you know, you want to put C for chocolate, but or C for cherry, but it's already used for chocolate. Okay, so the chicken, we just throw it in the fryer until we see the little white steam clouds. Don't want to do it for too long, otherwise the chicken will burn. And we just place it in the bowl, nothing special. Did I mess that up? No. No, okay, good. I did not. Found a bunch of chicken. Now, one of the downsides of chicken is since it takes longer to cook than other things like the fish. Ooh, can't talk and do this at the same time. It does hold up our menu slot during rush hour where we might potentially be making more money, but because there's no space left for anybody to place an order, we don't. So that's something to consider if you're trying to make a lot of money. Make sure you don't have more than like 1 food on your menu that's gonna take a lot of time to cook. Cherry and sprinkles. I'm not sure what S is used for later. There you go, Hank. Order some fried chicken after your beer. I feel like it should be the other way around. Don't you know you're not supposed to drink on an empty stomach? I really love the music in this game. Everything is top-notch. The art, the sound design. Such a wonderful little indie game here. I had no clue that drawings of food could be so appetizing. I don't think I've ever played a game that has made me more hungry than this one before. It's almost as bad as going to the grocery store on an empty stomach. Do not do that. I always tell myself, no, you are not going to the grocery store on an empty stomach. The number of times that I still do it is appalling. And then I buy all of these snacks and goodies that I don't really need. And later, I sit there and I'm like, what have you done to yourself? Whew. I will show you what happens if you hold this down for too long. It will turn into black smoke. Oh no! And now we have a bad order. There is no average order with the chicken, the fried chicken. It's either perfect or bad. And while average orders don't actually hurt your buzz, they just interrupt your perfect combos. So that is the downside of the average orders, but otherwise they're not that big of a deal. But the bad orders will give you a negative buzz instead of a positive, thus causing you to be a lot slower the next day, not make as much money, and damn it, I messed up my beer. Ah, curse ye! Why must you care about the beer being overflowed? I know I don't care if my beer overflows. I'm sorry, I did not mention what I just did there with that little Twitter updates that popped up. What you do is you get a little something from somebody who is tweeting about you, and if you thumbs it up, you will get an additional 5% buzz for a short period of time because you're like, oh yay, I love you! Thanks a lot for giving me free publicity. I don't mind those most of the time, but sometimes they come in the middle of rush hour and I'm like, really guys? Could you have waited till the evening or something when, you know, I actually need the buzz? Instead of taking up one of my order slots. Thanks a lot, jerks. And we did not get a perfect day, mostly because I showed you guys what happens when you hold the fried chicken down too long. So that's just gonna have to be a sacrifice that we take for the day. And let's take a look at our checklist. All we need to do is just a whole bunch of more days of service, more tips, and pass a safety inspection. And look at that, we have a safety inspection tomorrow. So what that means is this little lady here will come into our restaurant at certain times during the day, and she will make sure that we get all of our chores done. If we do not get our chores done, we will not pass the safety inspection. Your daily fortune, 8 lucky numbers. The art of lying is a fool's trade. Don't fall for its easy allure. Animal to avoid today, guinea pig. What? But guinea pigs are so precious. Why would you want to avoid guinea pigs? Weather alert. Okay, there's another feature of the game. When we have a rainy day, there are certain foods on our menu that will give us extra buzz for being served on a rainy day, including ice cream. We're casting all 3-star chefs ready to take on a challenge. Stop by the Iron Cook Studios if you have a 3-star restaurant or higher and audition for the chance to be the next Iron Cook. Good luck. Well, Risotto, it's gonna be a while before we're 3 stars. I love your restaurant. I'm a local blogger and I plan to write a great review of your food, so I hope the extra buzz helps. Enjoy. Wow, 10% buzz? Thank you. We will enjoy that. That will be very helpful because our buzz was extremely low. And part of the reason our buzz is low is because we have a rotting menu item on there. Fish, I believe, is a rainy day food. Yes. So that will help us out with our buzz along with the ice cream. And we'll throw the pretzel on there just because it's a much faster menu item than the fried chicken. So do we want to upgrade anything? Oh yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade our beer. Doesn't change anything about the menu item, it just makes it cost $3 more. Same beer, it's the rich Brewsky. So rich being they're paying more for the exact same beer because not even the hue of the beer changes. Suckers! We're telling them that it's from a craft brewery and therefore we can charge them more money. And they're like, ooh, I'm giving my money locally. Hooray, I like to support the little guys. Which, as much as I make fun of that, I like to support the little guys too. Don't get me wrong, I'm all about the craft beers. But it is kind of ridiculous sometimes just how much more expensive the craft beers are. A price we must pay. Garbage already. Alright, so our safety inspection person is here. Oh yeah, the other thing I forgot to mention is when she's here, our chores will not stay on the board for as long either, so we have to do them much quicker than normal. And we also can't miss any of them or else we will fail the safety inspection. So be on top of your game. While we want to have as many perfect orders as we can, when it is safety inspection day, make sure to prioritize your chores over getting all the perfect orders. Just because if you do fail the safety inspection, you'll have to wait a while before the person comes back. I don't know if it's a set number of days or if it's random, but you can't just try right away again the next day. You have to wait a few days until you get the email that's notifying you safety inspection is going to come again. But you have to complete 20 days in order to get your first star anyway, so I think we generally have a total of 2 or 3 safety inspections whether or not you pass it the first time. So it's not a big deal if you fail your first time. Don't worry. Trust me when I say you will not get this many perfect orders this early on. I have put in a lot of hours to this game. It is quite hard until you get used to it, but it is also extremely fun and addicting, hence why I've put so many hours into it. I seriously think this is probably my third or fourth most played game on Steam, and my most played game is Dota. I think I'm somewhere around 2,300 hours in the game. Kind of ridiculous, I know. I haven't played it in months, but I used to be a huge Dota fan. That was all I would play. But I get really competitive, and it wasn't good for me because I would get so mad at people. I was a rager. I was a hardcore rager. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm like, Dota is turning me into this horrible racist person, and I don't want to be that person. So I'm gonna stop because it really is toxic. As much freaking fun as that game is. Maybe I will go back to it and play some of the custom games that are out now, because I really do love me some custom games, and maybe I'll make some videos of just the custom games, because even though I'm competitive with it, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really that good at Dota anyway, so I would never want to record myself playing and then upload it to YouTube, because you all would troll me hardcore. Let's give these guys names, shall we? Alright, so Josie, that was Josie, and Todd, the old guy. And, well, we already named you Hank, didn't we, sir? And, Jefferson there. Just, you, ma'am, you look a lot like Josie. Are you Josie's sister? You can be Rochelle. And you, sir, will be Flies with Pigs. Yep, you heard me. Flies with Pigs. Wait, are you Jefferson with a hat and a beard? What is going on here? That guy looked so much like the other one, but he was in a disguise, a really cheap disguise. Ah, what can I say? Indie game devs, they only have so much of a budget, right? I think the artist probably spent a little more time working on the absolutely delicious looking food than they did on the characters themselves, because let's be honest, the characters are probably the least of our concern in this game. Not to say they can't do it, just, you know, time constraints, yada yada. Another safety inspection. Good thing we're almost done. Shouldn't be a problem. Woo! We got a perfect day! So what that means, when all of your orders are perfect, you will not only get some awesome positive buzz, but you also get a $250 bonus every time you have a perfect day, which can really add up if you have a lot of perfect days. And we passed our inspection! Woohoo! Alright everybody, thanks a lot for joining me, and I will see you again in a couple more restaurant days. Take care.